Okay, this is finally working. I'm not sure. Let's give it a try, because yeah, this is not the best light, but it's something. I mean, it's gonna be changing. I'm gonna do switch to my table. Yeah, this is it. We can share the window. How we can make it like this and this. I mean, yeah, when we share the window, we share the whole thing, right? I mean, yeah, here I am. That's cool. We will give it a try, as I said. To welcome back this try. I mean, you will see a big difference very soon, and we are gonna leave a proof of how bad it was now, right? Because yeah, we can see it's freezing. I mean, it's not like a great quality. I'm actually also far away of the internet. Actually, need to probably to take the computer and stuff. It's a good try. Anyways, I'm playing this. It's not Turbo Tournament. It's one of my favorites. We can see. I don't know if it's gonna show up. It's not, because I'm just sharing one screen. I can share the other one, but I was gonna show this kind of tournament. Let's give it a try. I'm gonna share. Yeah. Well, it probably the problem. I mean, the disruption comes when I share the screen. How we can make it without being a huge delay? Let me try this. Let's share this. Yeah, it freezes. Uh, it is sad that it freezes. Probably it's just my app, but anyways, yeah, it feels, and you see the cards are a little slow, which is not ideal. I wanted to show the lobby of this tournament. This is one of my favorites. It's not marked here. Let's go through this again. Uh, um, the lobby. Here it is. Yeah, it's having some issues. So this is one of my favorites. It runs for. It seems I've been playing this one. Actually, I can see my earnings for this tournament. I remember it has been a different kind of 50 stats the past couple years. The one for from the events are also. I remember making a couple final tables. I don't know if this has one final table. Never won. Never could win one single of those. I do remember the closest one was on a festival where I finished probably fourth against Queen Jack when I had ace queen actually. I was dominating the hand and he flopped a jack and eliminated me, or leave me just too short, and then I lost it like next time probably. But anyways, I wanted to show this tournament because talking about the structures and stuff, you can like choose your games, right? Because big part of the overall strategy when you see poker as mostly, I mean, for also for cash game players, but mostly for tournaments, you get to see or you get to know the ones where you can win, right? First of all, in terms of phases of the tournament, if you will, talking about like cashing in every single tournament, but also I wanted to see is this and to tell it's about this structure where actually GG Poker is really nice. You can look at it. You can, if not calculate it on other tournaments, but you can see how many hours it goes the tournament, right? It's a 7 theory tournament, which is not crazy. I mean, it's For if you can see it, it's many ways to see those tournaments, but let's give it a look at this prize pool, right? If you win it, you will earn a little more than 1,000. It is not close yet. Probably it's gonna be less. Sometimes I don't get it when it's like less after. Excuse me. After a bunch of people let reg, could be less, but in the meantime, sometimes could be more. But anyways, it's a 1,808 people already paid for this tournament, right? Which is not a massive field, but starts to be a crowded one. We are going to talk later and mention how small games are considered in terms of entries and stuff. But this is a profitable tournament if you're playing like many tournaments on a day or on a session. As you can see, I was just playing one here, but it doesn't mean that I didn't play like more. I was playing at the beginning of my session at 12. I was playing about 6 tournaments. I can check it, but it's like about 6. Yeah, 2, 4, 5. Yeah, 6 tournaments. Variants made the job. I actually wanted to enter my second, probably my first favorite one, which is the Lucky Sevens, which has a good structure. Also, 6 hours to win. Sometimes those days 3,000 and each bucks, which is a really good ROI in terms of ROI. It's really amazing one if you win one of those. Never won. Actually, we are gonna leave proof of this because I'm just mentioning my favorite tournaments and saying like, yeah, this is one of. I always have been really close to win, right? But never made it. But I don't care. One day I'm gonna make it. One day I'm gonna win the main event, and like is how poker goes, right? With when you see it in the long run, it's how you should like look at poker. Here against Raul Navarro, which is a reg good player, never play a hand. He has we are crushed many times. I don't know if that's word. It's have all the stack. I'm gonna just fold against Raul because he never bluffs, right? He's doesn't play any hand. You can see it. This tracker, at least for this situation, is gonna help us a lot. And I have him like a reg player with 9,000 is seems to have considered like. How do you call it, like enough tournaments to have a solid strategy or whatever you want to see it for yourself. But for me, it seems like a solid player, which I actually am gonna say like on on the neat side mostly. 21 hands, like I mean, this is not much data to consider stuff like always I'm gonna say, but anyways, it helped us this time. And now this hand against this player, we're gonna defend against a 2.5. We flopped a gut shot and yeah, some equity running hearts and stuff. He just why he checked. I mean he could have some flushes on him. So I'm gonna just bet for. We can check raise, we can check call, we can pot it, we can. There's many options for this kind of situation here. For this time, I'm gonna choose like probably check raise, depending of the sizing, and we just have the parent nines. We are winning against pocket eights. He's gonna check the pocket tens, the pocket no, not pocket nines, but jack 10. Yeah, some bluffs. So yeah, it's not a tough situation on this spot. Anyways, we have the pocket jacks, and yeah, we will play probably all in against Naul Navarro once again when he shoves. Give it a try. It's just folding. He sits out every time. I'm guessing he's playing from his mobile device. Sounds like. And here we're gonna three bet our hand a little bit on the polar side with the pocket jacks. We are gonna play for stacks against Jessica Lindesa, which seems to be right, yeah, regular with regular earnings and this is because of the she's gonna I don't know it's a he or she seems to be a she, but she's gonna shove then like many combos like king queen ace queen good luck double good luck twice ace jack has some pocket nines pocket sevens I mean 7 plus and some folds also with some ace something right. I don't see she's folding sixes, fours, and nines, right? We never three bet her. And we do have a hand again, once again. Raul, it's a lot of on the tight side. And yeah, she's opening again. I think we're gonna just four bet her again when the Volga. We can also call, but it is tough when this stack jumps. I don't see this stack jumping many. So we're gonna just be passive here and play the bottom. Yeah, it even folded. Like seems to be really tight. Uh, this stack should call like many percentage of the time to hit two pair draws and to stack against. I don't know. She bets regular like big. That indicates some strong hands, and I don't know if we can just jam at all. But the thing is about jamming is we get crushed against ace queen. We chop with king queen, and we just get called for some gamble. I think we're crushed. Yeah, she has aces. She's a lot of the tighter on the tight side. We didn't grab the aces. That is sad because yeah, we perceive her as such a needy person. So she's never gonna have worst. Yeah, that's we blow up a little bit of our stack, which it's a considered chunk. It's one star. I mean, no, not one because we double her. We double her up. So yeah, it was a bit of equity and yeah, because for the past hand we had this is rough. Yeah, we won 150. It was a little bit more than one star in the style, which is not terrible. We can still manage to get a double, and to I mean, it's not. You can see it as you want it. We can explain this topic later when we. I mean, in case you get hit or you happen to have some of these situations like I just did, that's why you wanted a big stack, right? To support this, to not support, but to resist this. And the times you get wrong or hit, but by the variance, you can still manage to double up and you have the double. I mean, a bit more of the chips you have. Some of my friends says like in a good way for me when I said like when I'm just talking to her saying like I had 200 chips and just lost a chunk like and yeah it's that just sharing with her she says sometimes to get up you got to get down and I take it for something really right because yeah it shows the complexity of situation like poker tournaments mostly, and then you see like how many times you those situations happen. Like also in life, you get many times you have to not come back. I'm gonna say, but get down in some situations or some ways in your life to be able to rebuild your personality, yourself, or whatever you're gonna call it. Then I just showed this last hand and cut it off to see how it was working and how it looks on the internet. But yeah, this is it has been nice to show this stream and to lose those hands to be able to show example of those situations, right? Sadly, it doesn't work like perfectly, and you can see because it is not always this. Like, should be more thinking involved and more clicking back and more like timing also. But unfortunately, with this streaming, we cannot like afford to do it right because we never know if it's working or not, and that stresses me out. And yeah, it's something I can avoid. Like this, the clock looks good, but when I click off, it doesn't click off like instantly. Anyways, I'll be back in a few moments